is the art, Gabriel's work, live will come with the projection and the video that is also, I think Gabby was our inspiration to all of us to do it and to want to do it. Above all, how difficult it is to do. You know, for the dancer, for the people, for the thing. But I think we tried to gather because he has this incredible humanity to bring creator and to just one that is one piece. And it's not like, okay, a great scenography with a contemporary artist that is famous and a great ballet with a great light and great costume. That people experience one trip, one journey through the music, through the ballet, through the expo, through the light, through everything, to the projection, to light works. So I think it's a journey that we try to give to the audience, which is very rare today.
Yes, to Redfern. How complex are the characters that you have created in this dance?
Very complex. Now, it's just, I think it's always complex when you have, you know, it's like a theater play. You have to take the you know, very roughly, the characters, you have the mother, you have the twin, you have the death, the watcher, his mistress, and after you build different characters and everything, and after you have to feed them. Of course, you have to give them to eat so they can give you something to you, audience. So after it's like, you know, it's like a big picture and you have puzzle. It's like a puzzle, you know. So there is the full picture, but it's also every element that are very important to do the full pictures. So each one of them, the whole picture don't exist without one. Because if one is missing, it doesn't make the full picture. So I think that's what Paul say, you know, and I think two persons seated together the night of the show will see a different show. Because maybe they will follow the death and how it's symbolic, because we all live with death here as soon as we're born. She's right there. I don't know when she's going to ring the bell. But the twin, you know, like Paul say, we start with one guy, and when I look at our two twins, I thought, and the two fetus of especially of Gabby, I said, no, we have to go on twin, which is even more twisted because it's very more difficult, I think, to have another one that looks like you and have different paths in life. So we try to connect. I try to connect them to the life, to their own experience also, and all the range of emotion that they have that we all share as human beings. That's all. So it's complex and easy. Not complex.
Romy had a question.
Yeah, for the dancers. How was it working with each other, especially with the alumni? I'd like to get, because what are the changes, what are the challenges, and what's special about it?
Takot sila. Earl John.
Well, there's always challenges when it comes to the whole production, doing production. There's always challenges. But able to work again with Carissa is, well, I have worked with her before, so we're just
Just to work.
We're just working back.
It's like rewinding.
Yeah, I guess as an additional question for you was, I remember watching you perform with your sister.
Back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day.
Year 18 na siya.
Yeah,
throwback
so
talaga.
how is it, coming back and performing Reda again?
Back. First of all, sobrang excited ako to work with the company again and to go back to dancing and performing again because it's been a while. Second, of course, working with Reda is like a dream come true. Ever since like I was young, I grew up here in the walls of CCT. So I mean I've always been following all of Reda's pieces. Le Petit, as in talagang stages. Nag-understudy ako. Finally, nasayaw ko siya. Tapos nasayaw ko ulit. So, 3 times ko siyang nasayaw. So, tapos Jeto L then the same thing. It's, so yun, working with him with a new piece, iba rin eh. Iba if he comes here and, just corrects us with an existing piece. Pero working with him, with talagang collaborating, it's also collaborating eh. So, iba. Kasi, he gives you a sense of him and I give him a sense of him. Parang ganun, parang, may exchange. Kumbaga, there's an exchange parate every time nag-uusap kami regarding the process and yun. Tapos, ano pa ba? Third, magbabalik ako bilang nanay. Hindi na bilang anak, hindi na sleeping beauty, hindi na So, I'm a mother now. Nanay na ako. Matured roles na. Matured roles na yung ko.
Parang
Kumbaga sa
teleserye.
teleserye. Hindi na ako yung prime time bida.
Traditional mother.
More powers.
More powers daw ako. Yun. Ayun, exciting din siya for me. It's a challenge. And it's also exciting. Yeah. Did I answer you? Okay.
I'm curious, Paul, about the set. And Sir just showed us the miniature set. Will there be set changes or is it a fixed installation of the massive set na parang
It will be evolving
Will be
throughout the
evolving.
show.
3 act.
It's about the safety of the dancers kasi there's a lot of movement, Reda, a lot of running and acrobats and everything.
Yeah. For both of them, it's a paramount concern. They always mention that
We're always
they're very, very aware that how to hang things and how to arrange things so that the dancers are safe.
No, I think it's just, also Gabrielle is so aware and so, I think, obsessed by the security of the dancer. And so it's very nice
Yeah.
that it comes also for him, that he's like, I think he loves the company. And, every time he comes to rehearsal, I think he has a big emotion to watch them dancing because it's just, I think it's it's a true artist. It's just a full range of emotion. But I think the security is, of course, is in the middle, in the heart of the work for each one of us. Technically, in that sense, it's complex. But I think we're taking care of it.
It's a great part of this because a lot of Gabby's installations has some mechanical portions of things that move. So in this case, like the dancers are, I think, the primary mechanical part. So that it's really having the dancers that completes the installation.
Are all the pieces going to be a part of the set on stage, or are some pieces exhibited at the lobby? Or for a huge performance such as this, why limit the running dates lang to 2 to 3 days? Is there a plan to stage it in another country, in another place? Kasi you have collaboration with the French Embassy.
Yes.
To answer your question about the set pieces or the artworks, most of the works will be used for the performance as part of the scenography. But I think maybe 10 to to 15% of it will be exhibited at the lobby and at the second floor hallway gallery of the CCP. And actually, that special exhibition will run for a month.
About the second part of the question, we're always, while we're very brave, I think, to do new works, it's also very hard for us to sell new works. So I think that's part of what it makes it special na limited yung run. Also, it's very challenging. So if you notice, we open on the Saturday. It gives us one extra day in the theater to prepare. And it would be our wish, actually, to tour the whole thing. Hopefully with the set and everything. That would be fantastic. Yeah. It's our dream at the moment.
And also, we're limiting the audience to mature audience. Because you need a lot of thinking and imagination to watch it. So we can't open this to high school students, mostly college.
So that sort of limits the audience.
So last question, my question is about Art Fair Philippines and how this fits all into the picture. I mean, this Ballet Philippines first participation in what's now a 4-year-old event. How does it feel to become part of something that's getting bigger and bigger every year?
No, it's fantastic. Actually, we really worked with Gabby 2 years ago when we did a small performance. Actually, it was
The first
the opening of the art fair. The two Earls did a small improvisation there, and that was where we sort of cooked up the idea. It would be great to collaborate with Gabby. So we're really happy kasi nga the arts are really connected. So if we can be more with the visual artists, that's a big plus for us. And I think like our merchandise and maybe a portion of the exhibit will be at the art fair as well. Any more?
How long is the work?
Yes, how long?
Maybe an hour.
It's 30 minute, 15 minute Amtrak, 22 minute, 15 minute Amtrak, 22 minutes and.
It's not intense.
So it's like a 2 hours. I think it's a 2 hour show because the thing is
With the
that
intermission.
with the intermission, of course. If you want to kill them, then stand them for 2 hours. But also the desire is that also by the end we can bring the audience to the stage to experience the art and the stage on a different
Yeah, so
different
we're
perspective.
still working that out, especially with
I
the
will make
CCP,
it.
very unusual. But we would love to bring the audience onto the stage as well, yeah.
So we finish the ballet to bring the audience and leave the audience on stage. Now do something.
We'll take 2 last questions and maybe we can invite you to have one-on-one if you like with the artists. Any
Now
more
we just
questions?
want the dancers to eat donuts.
Some of them did. I've been keeping.
Yes.
Do you wanna kill them or what?
Timothy too. Yes, sir.
This was partly answered by Margie, but I was going to ask if of the various audiences for dance, local Filipino audiences, for dance as a serious art form, you are focusing on what? I mean, what is the type of audience are do you hope to attract for this major production?
Well, the college students.
Sorry?
College and above.
Obviously, it's not for children.
No, it's not for children.
No.
There are some sexual scenes as well. So are 18?
18 and above.
PG 18.
PG
I mean,
18.
if the parents
I
are
think now it's
open-minded, it's okay.
Lovers of
Yeah.
classical dance. Do
Lovers.
you try to
Oh yes,
attract
yes,
them, the
yes.
lovers of classical dance?
Yes, yeah. We anybody that's older and appreciate the art, especially visual art. So we want to get a new audience actually
Yes.
for this. We're capturing the visual arts enthusiasts. So you will see a collaboration of, especially those that appreciate contemporary arts.
Yeah.
So that's the market that we're trying to capture, a new kind of market. Because most of our shows are high school, college, and classical. And So this is something very new and, and experimental.
As part of your press kit, we do have a special offer for the 13th and 14th for people who are 20 to 30, maybe young professionals. It's a big discount, about a 30% discount. It's something that Margie actually observed in some of her travels. It was a company in South America, because like dance should attract a younger audience. So sometimes in classical ballet, you have very old ladies and maybe very young children. So you want to get that market, that segment of the market. And this sort of work is very provocative, very challenging, we think is applicable for that. So that's a special promo, the 13th and the 14th.
But I want just to say that the press, I think in every country, is very important how you diffuse the information to the large public, because I think public are trying to experience in 2016 a different experience that is not just ballet or rock concert or everything. Here you have the chance that contemporary art, which is, you know, like Margie said, is very special, also to promote it to everyone that can have a perspective and also be able to enter in this that is not a regular. And I think this is the great part of the media, the work that you can, you know, diffuse, that the show is also for people that maybe are interested or don't feel they are capable to go or to have the possibility to go to an expo. And that's the time, because dance, because music, because video and everything is together, it touches a different, you know, kind of audience. Like, I guess with us in Europe, we try to make involve much more the people that even if they don't go to museum, but they will go to see a show like this, because a lot of form are included. And it's not just, oh, you know, I don't go to the Louvre because it's, you know, my mother and my grandmother. But I will go to the theater because, you know, this artist is meeting with these videos and with this music. And I think this is, you know, I think your big mission as the press to try to tease the people to come.
Kat, you want to add something?
Yeah, actually, we at Silverless are actually very genuinely pleased about the reaction of our collectors from different countries in Asia. Some of them, or actually quite a number of them, are flying in to watch the ballet.
One last, what will happen to all these set pieces?
Yes.
Will they be sold? Will they be?
Will be raffled away.
Yeah, majority of the pieces will be for sale.
I see.
But we will travel the world, so we will have the piece. And we do the world tour, so the piece will be.
It can be rented.
Since the title is actually a Tagalog word, which is opera, talaga. It's not, because before I thought it was opera. Aren't you like worried that some people may get it wrong and think you know the play is like I mean the dance show is like combination opera.
Yeah.
See mannequin cadaverse.
Yeah. And they said you're gonna travel.
Yeah, I think it's also the both meanings. I mean, you can also take it in the sense it's operatic, the scale of it, the vision. It's larger than life. It's definitely not realistic beyond that. But also that the opera, you know, the processes that go through the body also. So I think it could be double meaning. Pero maganda ikwento natin yung opera, no? Because going back to the libretto, like we know that Gabby lost both his parents, diba? So I mean that's really a big part of that milieu, living in that, and like most of us experienced that, like our parents, our family, that having to go through that is like a step in our life. It's a big part of our life, is the health part. Yes.
Okay.